Ladies and gentlemen, listen carefully. You are one sentence away from changing your life. One sentence. One whisper, one declaration, one powerful word from your lips, and heaven itself can move on your behalf. But most women don't realize the power sitting right there inside their mouth. They speak carelessly, they speak fear, they speak defeat, and wonder why life stays the same. Today, I'm going to show you something that they never taught you in school. If you stay with me through this message, you're going to walk away understanding how your words, your very breath, can open doors no man can close. Stay locked in, because if you catch this, you'll never speak the same again. A woman's words are not just a string of sounds escaping into the air. They are forces, invisible, powerful, and alive. Every word carries an energy that either builds or tears down, either uplifts or oppresses, and most of the time we don't even recognize it. See, from the moment a woman speaks, something begins to move. In her home, in her relationships, in her mind, and even in the unseen spiritual places. Her words travel like arrows, striking targets she cannot even see. Without sense relation, so that statement is not after this the demon. That's why the most dangerous thing is not always the battles outside, it's the conversations happening inside your own mouth. Words create atmospheres, they shift moods, they set the tone of a house, the tone of a marriage, the tone of a future. A woman can walk into a room and speak such life, such love, such encouragement that the whole atmosphere feels lighter. People stand taller, they smile brighter. Hope rises again just because she dared to use her voice for something good. When a woman speaks with bitterness, with anger, with gossip, with defeat, she spreads poison without even knowing it. It's like throwing gasoline on a fire. Everything burns. People's spirits sink, dreams die slowly, relationships crumble. That's the unseen impact of careless words. See, life and death are in the power of the tongue, not just physically, but spiritually, emotionally, mentally. The blessing or the curse rides on the words a woman chooses to release. You want to see if a home is blessed or broken? Listen to the words being spoken within its walls. You want to know if a woman is moving toward her destiny or delaying her future? Pay attention to how she talks about herself, about others, about her situation. Words reveal everything. A woman who understands her own power doesn't waste words. She doesn't speak just to fill silence. She speaks with purpose, with vision, with faith, because she knows that every word has the potential to unlock doors or slam them shut. She knows that every careless insult, every word of doubt, every sentence rooted in fear, it's building a prison around her future. And every declaration of hope, every affirmation of faith, every blessing she releases, it's building a highway toward her destiny. The truth is, your voice is prophetic. You are either predicting your downfall or prophesying your victory with every sentence you speak. When you constantly say, "I'm not good enough, it'll never work, nothing ever goes right for me," you are not just sharing feelings, you are sowing seeds into the ground of your own life. And don't be surprised when the harvest you reap looks like the very words you planted. But when a woman rises up and speaks differently, when she says, "I am chosen for something great, good things are chasing me down, everything is working out for my good," even if her current situation looks like a mess, her words begin shaping a new reality. Her words tell her future where to go. Her words summon strength from places she didn't even know she had. Her words call blessings into existence. Your words are agreements. When you speak defeat, you are agreeing with failure. When you speak faith, you are agreeing with victory. The question is, what are you agreeing with today? What future are you speaking into existence right now with your daily conversations, with your private thoughts, with your late night prayer? A woman's words can either be a weapon of mass destruction or a tool of heavenly construction. They can destroy her own soul, her own dreams, her own relationships. Or they can build bridges to new opportunities, new strength, new beginnings. The choice is always there. The power is always in your hands, or rather, in your mouth. Some of you have been fighting battles you were never meant to fight simply because you spoke them into existence. You called fear into your life with fear-filled words. You called betrayal into your relationships by constantly expecting the worst. You called poverty into your house by speaking lack instead of provision. It's time to flip the script. It's time to speak differently. Talk like you know the blessing is already yours. Speak like you know your breakthrough is already on its way. Declare goodness over your life even when you can't see it yet. Because the moment your words change, your world changes. Imagine if you started today. Imagine if every word that left your lips was coated in faith, covered in love, soaked in wisdom. Imagine the kind of peace that would flow into your home, the kind of favor that would chase you down, the kind of blessings that would pour into your life simply because you chose to be intentional with your voice. You don't have to see the blessing first to speak it. You speak it into existence. You don't wait for the miracle to show up before you start declaring it. You declare it while you're still in the struggle. That's where the real power lies. That's where the heavenly blessings are unlocked. Not when everything is perfect, but when a woman stands up, opens her mouth, and chooses to speak life in the middle of the storm. So today, right now, make a decision. Your words will no longer be cheap. They will no longer be reckless. From this moment forward, your words will be weapons of hope, tools of destiny, keys that unlock every heavenly blessing already prepared for you. Because when a woman speaks with power, with purpose, with faith, nothing on earth and nothing in hell can stop the blessings from falling into her lap. Every word a woman speaks is a seed. Whether she knows it or not, whether she feels it or not, she is planting something every time she opens her mouth. Words are not empty. They are the beginning of realities that have yet to be seen. And just like seeds planted in the ground, they don't always show their effects immediately. But give it time, what you plant with your words today will show up in your life tomorrow. A seed may look small, insignificant even. You can hold it between two fingers and think it means nothing. But inside that tiny thing is a whole future. Roots, branches, fruit, a future waiting to be born. Words work exactly the same way. They may seem small when you say them, just a sentence, just a quick comment, just a little conversation. But inside every word is a harvest, good or bad. Inside every word is a future that's being shaped. Some women are living inside gardens they don't even remember planting. They spoke fear for years and now live surrounded by anxiety. They spoke distrust and now live surrounded by broken relationships. They spoke defeat and now walk through a life that looks like a battlefield of broken dreams. And some, even in their pain, learn to plant words of hope, of faith, of restoration. And today they walk in peace, in strength and purpose because their harvest came through their faithfulness to speak what they could not yet see. Every seed demands patience. You don't plant today and harvest tomorrow. You plant today and you water it with consistency, with belief, with expectation. That's why your words must stay steady even when your eyes can't see the results yet. You may speak blessing over your family and still face chaos. You may speak health over your body and still feel pain. You may declare favor over your life and still face setbacks. That's okay. That's normal. Seeds work underground before they ever show up above ground. If you get discouraged too quickly and start digging up what you planted, you kill the future you are building. If you switch your words to match your fear instead of your faith, you abort the blessing that was already growing under the surface. So a woman who understands the power of her words learns how to be faithful in what she speaks. She guards her mouth like a farmer guards his fields. She watches over it. She nurtures it. She refuses to let weeds of doubt and bitterness choke out her garden. When you speak life, you are sowing destiny into the soil of your future. When you speak encouragement, you are planting strength into the people around you. When you speak faith, you are building an atmosphere where miracles can take root. You are not just passing time, you are shaping time. You are investing in a reality that will show up at your doorstep when the season is right. But too many waste their harvest by speaking recklessly. They curse their own dreams without even knowing it. They say things like, "I'll never make it. People always leave me. Nothing ever works out for me." And each time, they are planting seeds of failure, of heartbreak, of struggle. Then they wonder why life feels so heavy. It's not bad luck. It's bad planting. If you want to see different fruit, you have to sow different seeds. It's that simple. Start speaking words that match the future you want, not the struggle you're in right now. Speak as if the blessing is already yours, even when everything around you screams otherwise. That's real faith. That's how you shift the atmosphere over your own life. When you bless yourself with your words, when you bless others with your words, you're not just being positive, you're setting a spiritual law into motion. A woman who sows peace with her words will eventually live surrounded by peace. A woman who sows strength into others will find herself strengthened when her own storms come. A woman who speaks light into darkness will see doors open that no one else could open for her. But you have to be intentional. You have to be disciplined. You have to treat every conversation, every thought, every moment of frustration as an opportunity to plant the right seed. Speak love when you feel anger. Speak hope when you feel despair. Speak victory when you feel like giving up. Keep planting. Keep speaking. Keep believing. Because words don't die. They live. They work behind the scenes. They travel farther than you can see. And when the time is right, they bring back a harvest that will bless your life in ways you couldn't even imagine. Today is not just another day. It's another field, another opportunity, another chance to plant the future you want to live. Your destiny is not floating somewhere out there waiting to find you. You are speaking it into existence right now with every word you choose. Plant wisely, speak boldly, and when your harvest comes, when the blessings start breaking through the ground, you'll know it wasn't luck. It was the seed you planted with your own mouth. There's a hidden force in this world that too many people underestimate: the power of confession. And I'm not talking about confession in the sense of admitting wrongdoing. I'm talking about the confessions that come out of your mouth daily. The declarations you make over your own life, your family, your future. Every positive confession you release isn't just floating into the air and disappearing. It's moving things, it's shifting things, it's setting a chain reaction into motion, one that heaven itself responds to. When a woman decides to align her words with faith, with hope, with the promises of good things to come, she steps into a different flow. She's no longer at the mercy of chaos. She's not tossed around by circumstance like a leaf in the wind. She stands planted, anchored, because her words are working for her. Her confessions are like arrows. They go out ahead of her, clearing paths, opening doors, making the crooked places straight. Life responds to language. Your future listens to your voice. Heaven is moved by your agreement with it. When you confess strength even in weakness, you open the door for supernatural help. When you declare peace in the middle of the storm, you invite a power greater than the storm into your situation. When you speak victory even when you feel surrounded by defeat, you are calling for alignment. You are pulling unseen blessings out of the spirit and into the natural world. But confession isn't something you do once and forget. It's not something you try for a week and then abandon if you don't see results right away. It's a lifestyle. It's a decision that says, I will speak what I believe, not what I fear. I will declare what is promised to me, not what threatens me. It's choosing every day to become a living echo of the destiny you were created for, not the mess you may be living through. Positive confession is not denial. It doesn't mean pretending you don't see the difficulty. It means you acknowledge the difficulty, but choose to speak a higher truth over it. It means you refuse to give your fear a voice. It means you refuse to give your doubt a throne. It means you agree with victory even when everything inside you feels like breaking down. And that alignment, that agreement with life, with hope, with possibility, that's what invites heaven's blessing into your life. That's what puts you in the flow, where favor starts following you, where unexpected opportunities show up, where breakthroughs happen when you least expect them. It's not magic, it's not luck, it's the result of being in alignment with the principles that govern this world. The mouth is a thermostat for the atmosphere around you. If you constantly speak frustration, negativity, fear, your atmosphere will reflect that. But if you set your words on peace, on strength, on gratitude, the temperature around you begins to change. People notice it. Situations shift because of it. Doors that seemed closed start swinging open because your words made space for a different kind of energy to operate. But here's the truth. It's easy to confess positive things when life is good. It's when life is hard that real confession matters. It's when your heart is broken, when your dreams feel delayed, when your strength feels drained. That's when your confession has the most power, because that's when it's a true act of faith. That's when heaven leans in closer, listening to see if you will still agree with the destiny spoken over your life, even when the evidence says otherwise. A woman who masters her confession masters her future. She's not reckless with her words. She's not casual with her declarations. She understands that life and death are in the power of the tongue, and she uses that power wisely. She builds her future with her mouth, the same way an architect builds a house with blueprints. Every word is a brick. Every declaration is a wall going up. Every confession is another layer of blessing being added to her life. But don't get it twisted. This isn't just about saying nice things. This is about speaking with authority. This is about speaking from a place of inner knowing. Your words must carry weight, and that weight comes from conviction. You have to believe it when you say it. You have to feel it. You have to know that even if no one else claps for you, even if no one else believes with you, your confession is building something that no one else can take away from you. So start today. Start confessing strength over your weakness. Start declaring wisdom over your confusion. Start speaking abundance over your lack. Start announcing favor over your life, even if it feels like everything is working against you. Speak it anyway. Because every time you confess positively, you are not just making noise, you are making history. You are writing your story with your own mouth. And when heaven hears the sound of a woman speaking her destiny into existence, heaven cannot help but respond. A woman's voice is not just sound, it's influence. It's the foundation on which homes are built, the strength that holds families together, and the compass that guides communities forward. When a woman speaks, Whether she realizes it or not, she is shaping the atmosphere of everyone connected to her. Her words are a vibration that echoes through generations. Her voice can lift a soul from despair, can ignite a dream in a child's heart, can call a wandering spirit back home. There's no such thing as a neutral voice when it comes to a woman. Either she is building or she is tearing down. Either she is breathing life or she is draining it. That's why a woman must be deeply aware of the power she carries every time she opens her mouth. In a family, her words can make her husband feel like a king or crush him into a shell of the man he could have been. Her encouragement can give her children the wings to soar, or her criticism can chain them to self-doubt for life. You think it's just small talk. It's never just small talk. Every word carries weight. A woman who understands this doesn't waste her voice complaining about what's wrong. She uses her voice to call out what's possible. She doesn't echo fear, she speaks faith. She doesn't spread division, she speaks unity. Because she knows she is setting the tone not just for today, but for generations to come. In the community, a woman's voice is equally powerful. She can either be the spark that lights up hope in a broken neighborhood or the storm that brings it further down. When she speaks strength into other women, when she uplifts the young, when she carries herself with dignity and refuses to gossip, refuses to tear others down, she becomes a beacon. People take notice, doors open, change begins to happen, not because of force, but because her words inspired it. There's a reason they say when you educate a man, you educate an individual. But when you educate a woman, you educate a nation. It's because a woman's influence is never isolated. It ripples outward. It affects sons and daughters, neighbors and friends, and even strangers she'll never meet. Her voice travels farther than her physical presence ever could. But with great influence comes great responsibility. A woman cannot afford to speak carelessly. She cannot afford to sow words of jealousy, bitterness, or fear, because whatever she sows with her mouth will eventually grow in the soil of her family and her surroundings. She is either planting seeds of future success or future sorrow with every conversation. Some homes feel like war zones, not because of financial problems or outside troubles, but because the words spoken inside those walls have been poisoned. Some communities stay broken, not because there's no opportunity, but because the voices within them speak more about what's impossible than what's possible. Words are either building ladders to climb higher or digging graves to bury dreams. But when a woman stands up and decides, not in my house, not in my circle, not with my voice, everything can change. When she chooses to speak words that heal instead of words that hurt, she becomes the turning point. When she uses her voice to correct in love, to encourage with wisdom, to lead with grace, she becomes the catalyst for transformation. It doesn't take a stage, it doesn't take a microphone, it doesn't take a title, it takes a choice. A daily choice to use the voice she's been given to bless, to build, and to beautify the spaces she walks into. It takes understanding that even when no one seems to be listening, seeds are still being planted. Change is still being stirred in hearts. And the beauty of it all is that heaven backs her up. When a woman uses her voice for good, for healing, for unity, unseen forces come alongside her. Strength she didn't know she had begins to flow through her. Favor she didn't even ask for starts to show up. Because when your voice aligns with life, with hope, with truth, creation itself starts working with you, not against you. So never underestimate the power of a woman's voice. Never think for a second that your words don't matter. Every conversation matters. Every affirmation matters. Every moment you choose kindness over cruelty, encouragement over criticism, wisdom over gossip, It all matters. You are building something whether you realize it or not. Make sure what you're building is strong enough, beautiful enough, and powerful enough to bless those who come after you. Your voice is not an accident. It's an assignment. Use it wisely, and you'll unlock blessings not only for yourself, but for everyone connected to you. A woman's words are more than just the sounds that come out of her mouth. They are the blueprint for her life. Each word spoken is like a seed planted into the soil of her destiny. When she speaks, she is planting her future, one word at a time. The truth is, most of what a woman will experience in life, her victories, her struggles, her peace, her conflict, will be a direct reflection of what she has declared into the world. Her words are the foundation of the life she builds, and they carry the power to shape everything that comes her way. Destiny isn't just something that happens to you, it's something you create. It's not just the result of your circumstances, it's the result of your thoughts and, more importantly, your words. Life doesn't just give you what you deserve, it gives you what you declare. It gives you what you speak into existence. A woman's words don't just reflect her present reality, they determine her future. Shaping your destiny with words isn't always easy. It's not about wishful thinking. It's about aligning your words with the vision and purpose that is planted deep within you. It's about agreeing with the greatness that's already inside of you, even when the world tells you that you're not enough. It's about declaring success when failure is staring you in the face. It's about speaking peace into your life when everything around you is chaos. It's about using your voice to call forth the things you cannot see but believe with all your heart are meant for you. The power of a woman's words is seen not only in the victories she experiences, but in the legacy she leaves behind. A woman who understands the impact of her words knows that she is creating a legacy every time she speaks. It's a legacy that will echo through generations, shaping not only her life, but the lives of her children, her grandchildren, and everyone who encounters her. When a woman speaks wisdom, she plants the seeds of wisdom in others. When she speaks strength, she cultivates strength in those around her. When she speaks love, she spreads love throughout her world. And this legacy is not just about what you say, but how you say it. A woman's words carry weight, but that weight is determined by the authority and conviction with which she speaks. When you speak from a place of confidence, when you speak from a place of understanding, when you speak with the full belief that your words are making a difference, that's when the power of your words truly comes alive. A woman who speaks with conviction doesn't just create a legacy in her own life, she builds a path for others to follow. She leads others to their greatness. But what's truly powerful is that a woman's words can also shape the very environment she finds herself in. Words are like the atmosphere. They set the tone, they dictate the energy in the room. When a woman walks into a space and speaks positivity, encouragement, and belief, she transforms that space. She changes the energy. She raises the vibration of everyone around her. When she speaks love, even in the midst of tension, she calms the storm. When she speaks hope, even in the face of despair,